You can see how happy I am right now, despite the cold and the chill, because my heart is full. But that doesn't take away from the fact that it is freezing out there. Winter has hit South Africa hard, and getting by is even harder if you're struggling to put food on the table, a baseline existence for so many South Africans. Food insecurity is a nightmare and unfortunately a reality for millions in this country. So this morning we've got Andy du Plessis, one of our absolute favorite human beings on the planet from Food Forward SA. He joins us to talk about what they are doing to help, and it is massive. So Andy, welcome and thank you for being here, my friend.
Thank you, Graham. It's an absolute pleasure to be here.
Now, I'm looking at, South Africa as a whole. Clearly, there should be enough food. Where are we going wrong?
Absolutely. So in South Africa, we produce more than enough food for all our citizens. The issue around food security in South Africa is, while we are a food secure nation, quite a large chunk of our food goes overseas with exports. And then, of course, in South Africa, because of affordability issues and because of accessibility issues, most of the people, half our population in South Africa, can't afford to buy healthy meals, let alone enough food to see them through to the end of the month. So while there is enough food, the issue is around the distribution or the equitable distribution of that food, which is problematic right now.
And the quality of that nutrition, especially when it comes to like your early childhood development, and they're critical gateways. This at first felt like an emotional problem. Now I'm realizing it's a logistical one. And then you step in with your brilliant mindset and your systems knowledge and address that with Food Forward SA. How do you guys get the job done?
Absolutely. So what we do is, because there's so much, although we have these huge supply chains in South Africa, very sophisticated but very dynamic, and yet throughout those food supply chains, there are huge amounts of food that gets lost or wasted throughout the value chain. So according to the CSIR, over 10 million tons of that good quality, edible surplus food gets dumped in landfill or is incinerated. So what we do is we work with farmers while they're harvesting, and anything that's out of specification, they will donate to us. Our trucks will be there while they are harvesting. On the manufacturing side, while a manufacturer is producing food, something goes wrong on the manufacturing line, and maybe a cereal box, something goes skew on the box, or someone picks up the wrong information on the box, but the cereal is already inside and the box is sealed. Exactly. But that can't go onto a shop shelf, so they donate those to us. And then on the retail side, at distribution centers, before that stock goes to a store, for example, there are huge amounts of stock that there must be a 3-month or 6-month shelf life by the time it reaches the store. And sometimes they miss that date, and then it can't go because the consumer's going to see, but this is not a good enough shelf life, and that product also gets donated. So we work with actors throughout that food value chain to make sure we get that edible surplus food timeously. And then it saves them money because they don't have to pay for dumping costs, which are becoming more and more expensive. And then it doesn't affect the environment because we're diverting food away from landfill.
It's massive.
Absolutely.
Massive,
because food loss and waste is the 3rd largest emitter of greenhouse gas emissions across the world globally. So we're able to solve a few problems: food insecurity, the environmental issue, and of course at food value chain partners on the dumping sites.
It's called One Welfare, buddy.
Yeah,
I love that.
exactly.
I absolutely love that.
That is incredible. Now, Mandela Day is around the corner. What will Food Forward be doing?
I'm so excited. We have this amazing model where our work is reliant on the goodwill of food donors and financial donors, and that's how we exist. And we're able to connect the dots to make sure that those that need the food, that we get it onto the plates of those that need it. So with Mandela Day, at our warehouses across the country, where we usually collect, check and sort and redistribute food, we've actually approached our food donors, our financial donors, and we said, guys, it's winter, and between May and August, it's the worst time for people that are food insecure. And we've said, please partner with us, work with us, so that we can get a large amount of food that we can pack on Mandela Day for those that would like to spend the 67 minutes with us, and then we'll redistribute that to people that need it: vulnerable communities, orphans and vulnerable children, youth care facilities, aged care facilities, etc. So we went out to the market, and my word, the response has been phenomenal. This year, 18 July, will be the best Mandela Day ever, and the largest amount of food donated.
Proclaim it.
Exactly. So it's just been amazing. We've got things like yogurts, rice, cookies, cooking oil, samp, sugar beans. All our partners have just come together. A lot of dairy products, shelf-stable dairy products that have come in. And so all that food that's packed on Mandela Day will last us not only during the winter months, but right through until December this year, which has been, so all our warehouses will be full of food, and corporates and individuals and schools will come on Mandela Day, and they will help us pack and sort that food and get it ready for distribution.
Roll up your sleeves.
Absolutely.
Oh, Andy, congratulations. I was joking saying those purpose-driven organizations and movements that you represent now front of the queue. So congratulations for getting your opportunity now, but thank you so much for having the will, the fortitude to just keep pushing. I know it never has been as good as it is now, so thank you so much for having that strength.
Thank you very much for having us.
There we go. And if you want to get involved or know more, visit their website, foodforwardsa.org.